One driver, one license has long been a goal for the AAMVA community. Now the states have come together to make that goal a reality. The state-to-state verification service allows states to electronically check with all other participating states if an applicant currently holds a driver's license or identification card in another state. In August 2015, Wisconsin became the first state to implement the state-to-state service. Since then, many more states have also joined, and more states are scheduled to join moving forward.
Well, state-to-state is a system that enhances the ability for us to transfer credentials between the jurisdictions. Ultimately, it's about road safety, it's about protecting our customers, and state-to-state offers us the opportunity to do that instantaneously.
Customers have multiple products, a driver license in Wisconsin, an ID card in Illinois, and are able to maintain identities in both states. Adoption of state-to-state and cleaning up those records will allow one credential, one identity for that customer.
The driver's license has become much more than proof of driving ability. It is the primary form of identification used to board planes, receive government benefits, and interact with businesses. Protecting the integrity of the driver's license is vital to securing identities.
Driver's license and ID card security is so important because truly the driver's license and ID card have become the identification card of choice throughout the country. What started as proving that you could drive a vehicle really has turned into something more significant than that, and we recognize identity theft as a major concern for all Americans.
We are the stewards of identity more so than any other entity. A driver's license, state issued, and ID is the prominent piece of ID that everybody uses to pick up kids at daycare, to buy alcohol, et cetera, et cetera. Since it is so important to make sure that the person we're issuing an identity really belongs to them, it's just critical in every day with what we do.
Determining whether an applicant for a driver's license or ID card is licensed in another state is an important part of securing identities. This is exactly what state-to-state provides to participating jurisdictions. The service can determine which currently licensed drivers also hold licenses in other participating states.
When a customer comes in, we go through the normal process. We would take their documents, complete the verification as we would normally, and then we run that additional step of verification through state to state. If it does come back that they've got a product in another jurisdiction, we inform the customer they have two options. They can either stop the process and keep the license that they had previously, or they can move forward just saying, no, that was an old product and I don't need to retain that pointer.
A customer had provided law enforcement with a CDL that was issued out of Indiana, and Wisconsin had issued more recently an ID card for this customer. When the customer applied for the ID card, we pulled the state-to-state pointer, resulting in the cancellation of that commercial driver license in Indiana. So after talking with law enforcement and with FMCSA, it was determined that the customer did not have his operating privilege, and without state-to-state, that wouldn't have been possible. He would have had a commercial driver license in Indiana and an ID card in Wisconsin.
In addition to protecting DLID integrity, state-to-state also allows states to eliminate manual processing of out-of-state licenses, as well as in-state benefit fraud.
Because of the instantaneous transfer, we're able to quickly let the other jurisdiction know electronically that we've got that driver. So the transfer takes place seamlessly without all the stacks of paperwork and waiting on mail and interruptions that can occur because of the manual processes.
State-to-state is built to handle different rules surrounding the issuance of driver's licenses in each state and is customizable. The service works with AAMVA's existing SIDLIS infrastructure.
SIDLIS is really the foundation for state-to-state, and SIDLIS is encompassed inside of state-to-state. So because of our experience with SIDLIS, it made implementing state-to-state much easier, and it was easy to understand the direction we were headed with state-to-state.
State-to-state is essentially SIDLIS 6.0. It was built on top of the SIDLIS infrastructure. The screens that we developed in Wisconsin are identical. It's seamless to our processors. They look at it and didn't see any change, any major change from SIDLIS to state-to-state, resulting in no increase in our transaction times, shorter training times. We had, for our front counter processors, training for state-to-state was about 20 minutes. So the state-to-state having been built on top of SIDLIS made implementation for us very easy.
But state to state is only as strong as the number of jurisdictions participating in the service.
The more jurisdictions join, the better the service is going to be. Clearly, one driver, one license is a theme that we've wanted for a long time as motor vehicle jurisdictions. The highway safety benefit, too, will only truly be realized when all jurisdictions are participating in state to state.
By getting more states involved, it creates a more effective system, which ultimately means safer roads, safer identities, safer people.